Today we are going to draw a piggy pig, and what I'd like to do is just show you some examples of what the little pigs would look like, the background. This one is riding a horse, that's the environment, and you see little piggy hanging up in the tree up here, and you see some details of the tree, which look very nice, and you see the grass down here at the bottom. Here's another environment. In this environment, the little piggy is on the beach, and we know that because the characteristics tell us, because there's a sandcastle, a surfboard, spilt ice cream, water with waves, sunshine, and birds. This little piggy is on a farm by his little mud piles there. You can see a barn in the background and a fence. This little piggy is in outer space, and we know that because he's kind of floating. There's no horizontal line. His legs are just kind of hanging down. He's got a helmet on, and there's a little spaceship or rocket that he's connected to here. And you see all the planets floating around. This little piggy is in a race car. So what the student did first was drew the little piggy first, and then went in and drew the race car around the little piggy and erased his little legs, and then made it look like a racetrack. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the little piggy today. And we're going to see just how far we get with the environment. So while you're drawing, you may want to think about the environment you want to put your little piggy in. So you're going to need your pencil, and you're going to open up your sketchbook to a blank sheet of paper. And then you're going to turn it portrait. This is portrait, and side to side is landscape. So we're going to draw portrait. And we're going to start using a circle first. So we're going to draw a circle somewhere on the page, and you want it kind of large. You don't want to go too small because then you're going to have a hard time coloring the pig. Okay, so there we go. The next step is we're going to draw an oval right here in the middle. Then we're going to draw the letter C right here, and then a backwards C right there. For the eyes, we're going to do the letter U upside down. And then we're going to do that again. Now, if you want to add eyelids, you can. I like to add eyelids. And even if you want to add some little eyebrows, you can do that as well. Now for the mouth, I'm going to draw a couple of different types of mouths. You do not have to draw this off to the side. I'm just going to draw it to show you some examples. So here are some examples. A straight line for a mouth. You can have a happy, a sad mouth. You could have a bean-shaped mouth that's shaped like a bean. And what I like to do is put a tongue in there, and maybe 2 teeth or 1 tooth is fine. So these are different types of mouths that you can use. I'm going to use the bean-shaped mouth, but you are free to use, and you can even make up your own if you'd like. Make up your own shape. Oh, here's another one that's my favorite. Is just a circle that's a dot, like off to the side, and it makes him look like he's thinking. Okay, now I'm going to erase this over here. Remember, you did not have to draw this. I was just showing you some examples. Okay, so our next step is we are going to draw the ears. The ears are the letter V turned upside down. And we're going to do that again. We're going to include the curlicue for the tail. Now you can put it here or you can put it over here, and it's just a spiral. So this is his whole body right here, okay? Now we're going to draw 2 front legs. So we're going to do that with an upside down capital letter T. Then we're going to join the body to the T. And then we're going to put 2 little legs back here. So it looks like he's facing forward, and we can kind of see his back legs. And we're going to do that with the capital letter L. Now there's two ways you can do the hoofs. You can do the hoofs just like this, or if you want to use the letter W, you can use the letter W just to kind of make it look like little hoofs right there. Now, I often get the question, can I add things to my pig? Can I add some little dots, polka dots on my pig? Yes, you can. In fact, I'm going to do that to mine here. Maybe add some down here on his legs. And then the next step we're going to do is we're going to draw the environment. Now, you can draw the environment any way you like. You can go back to the assignment and look at the different examples I gave. You can come up with your own. I'm going to start with a horizontal line, and I'm going to make it kind of wavy. What this does is it grounds the pig, because my pig is not in outer space. He's on the actual earth. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to create this big environment. So one thing I want my little piggy to have is I want him to have a mud puddle. So look how I'm drawing these S shapes. And I'm going to give it a little highlight here and there, and a couple of splashes to kind of let us know that it's wet. I'm going to draw grass, but instead of filling it all up with a whole bunch of grasses, we can put the assumption that there's grass in there. So you come in here and you do the letter M twice. And you can come around and do that here a couple of times. And remember, your environment does not have to look like mine. It can be quite different. I'm going to go ahead and add a flower, just because my little pig is outside. And I may just add a little, I think I'll add a little bee. Let's see. Some little antennas, some wings, and have him flying around. That's what these little dotted lines mean, coming out of that grass right there. And what you want to do is you want to fill your page up with things. You don't want a lot of empty space. So up here in the top, I did have a student put an airplane one time, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to draw a really large circle. Now, we never want to draw the sun in the corners. I know you were taught that in elementary school. That is not the correct way to do it. So you can make different types of sun rays that you like. I like to do this kind of, I call it a loop-de-loo. That's just a made-up name. You can draw the sun however you'd like it to be. And let me move this slide a little bit, that way you can see it better. And then I'm going to add a few clouds. And clouds are just the letter U or the letter C. And this one I'm going to have come off the page. Like that. And maybe a couple of little birds flying in the sky. So now my picture is complete. Once you have your environment created, your pig is drawn, you want to take a picture of it in the graded sketchbook. And that will end our lesson for today.